Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started here in just a moment. I'm waiting for the pre-roll ad to go away over on Twitch, and then we'll get this party started on the Republic of Drake, which is about to begin in just a few minutes. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Right, Rabbit? Whoop whoop! Hype for Drake! Oh man, yeah, dude. You know, I was watching this German player today. I forget his screen name, but the dude is like just a pure wealth of knowledge. And I kept asking him questions throughout the day, and he had a lot of information. Welcome to the Republic. We named this the Nanling Recycling Center because the game gave this area the name Nanling, so then I just added Recycling Center. So that's where that is. Our town is not built, but the infrastructure is getting closer to being built. I went ahead and told it to not build the clothing factories yet. And then I'm gonna focus on building the housing that is closest to the city infrastructure, right? I got a technical services office over here. I am going to be building this new construction yard over here because apparently there was a patch that introduced some fun toys for us to play with. So I'm gonna see if those fun toys... Why are you not getting... Oh, because this is not done yet. Okay, well, that's high priority now. You've restarted playing on the same map and you had people in February of 31? Oh, dude. What did you do? Like, are you in the same area? Did you start in the same corner, or did you choose a different corner? I thought we would have people by 33, but normally, you know, I go big too fast, right? And so I'm slowing myself down a little bit. I think that if I had the more construction yards like I normally do by this point, I think I would have been kind of either in 32 or in 33 here with people. Not 31. 31 is very fast. Hats off to you, sir. That's very good. Yeah, but real basic setup. 200 people. Just realized I don't have a fire station. Yeah, you might need that. The other thing is like, where are you gonna put your rail construction yard? I was thinking I put it in the city over here so that it would have people, but it's gonna take forever on the small builder to make it all the way out here. And I'm kind of okay with that because it's gonna be a while before we need the rail network. So I'm okay with that. I'm excited for this map though, especially the 99% quality coal that's like over here. The other thing that we need to set up is like our gravel, concrete, and all of that industry over here, which the cement plant, yeah, is about that size. How many people does it take? 30, so that's not that much. And then concrete takes 5. We don't need the brick factory. Oh, there was something else they added in the most recent update. What was that update in like beta or something? I thought that they added a different gravel recycling plant and stuff like that. Oh no. Hold on. Yeah, that update must be in beta right now. The cement plant is expensive in steel. Let's look. Oh my god, it is 248 tons of steel. I did not see that. Good looking out. Oh yeah. That might be like a later investment then. I think right now we are at that point where we don't need to build anything more. It wouldn't hurt to plan things out over here, but it's not necessary right now. The other thing is I need to figure out, you know, is this town gonna be fed by rail, or do we leave the rail alone on them? Where am I gonna put the rail refueling station? There's a lot to figure out yet. I was thinking that the rail refueling station would be pretty good, like right here, right in this elbow, right? And so we could do our loop thing that we like doing right through here, and then it loops back into there, and then there's a turnaround spot right there, which could be interesting. I don't know, there's so much left to figure out, but right now I need to focus on getting people in the Republic. Oh, you stuck some screenshots on Discord. Okay, hold on, let me look. Let me look. I don't see your most recent screenshots. Where'd you put them? Oh no. Okay. Well, I don't know if this other... I didn't realize the patch was in beta right now. I thought that the patch was live because that other guy was playing with the patch today and showing off the new stuff, but I don't seem to have any of the new stuff. I guess that patch is not live. That's the only thing I can think of, because that other guy was playing with the patch today and I don't seem to have it available to me. Also, is there anything up here? We never really looked up here. Is there any iron up here? That would be awesome. Does not look like there's any iron over there. Oh, where? I don't want to survey too much because that's kind of the point of the technology. But yeah, this map is going to be interesting for sure. You put it in pictures. Are you sure it's on my Discord? The last thing I see in my pictures on my Discord is us talking about the prison setups that we had. Okay. New vehicle. I wonder if anybody's ever actually gotten planes working in the early 30s. I'm sure some mad lad has. But I caveat that by saying I wonder if anybody with full realism mode. You didn't press enter. Oh yeah. Oh, that happens. Oh, okay. Hold on, that looks like it's like right next to the border. Yeah, you're really close to the... Well, you're closer than I am to the border. How has farming been? Are you able to farm year-round? I wonder if you're able to farm year-round in this one, because it never really drops down to freezing. That's the other thing that we could do. Farming is really good in this biome. I figured it would be. The other thing I was thinking about is like maybe I could fit some more people in here for sure, right? Probably in some more like in this direction, but not too far that direction because of the plant. But we could definitely put like people in here to feed industry that's over here. I know that we're gonna probably do gravel over here because the gravel quarries over here was like really good. Yeah, 97, 98, 99% right there. Like, I don't know, these resources on this map are insane, man. I've never seen resources with such high capacity or such high percentages and stuff. Also, I'm kind of sad that I thought that the patch was live, but I guess not, which, you know, that's fine, whatever. But like, I started building this construction site with the anticipation of putting those new early. Yeah, I can access the beta. Yeah, I gotcha. I understand. But I don't like using beta patches because they sometimes mess my games up when I do. So I don't know. I'm a little hesitant to use a beta patch right now. But I want the early tower crane. And that might just convince me. Oh, workers and resources have had very stable betas. Okay, that's cool. I just basically what I'm getting at, Rabbit, is I don't want to ruin all of this progress because this game takes forever to do anything with. And you know, we're not quite there yet. But I have been a little bit smarter with how I'm building things. So my plan at the moment is basically to build this city block. I'm gonna build this city block out, which is all of the support infrastructure. And then as soon as that is built, we're gonna build this first row of housing right here, which will supply all of this stuff with all the people that they need, which will then supply us with the workers we're gonna need to be able to build these houses in the second row. And then after that, we can activate the building of our factories and stuff to get that all sorted. And hopefully by then too, like I'll have the rail construction yard up and running as well. Also, White Rabbit, I've been trying to be more efficient with my pipe networks and stuff like that. Not only to save money, but to save time and save the spaghetti as well, which makes it easier to run new lines and stuff like that. But I wonder if, like, because I got 3 lines right next to each other right here, so I'm wondering, is that gonna save me money in the long run because you dig the one trench essentially? I'm wondering if that is a mechanic or not. I imagine it could be. It's like you dig one trench and then you're able to build everything together. That's the way I imagine it anyway. Probably not at all how it works, but that's how I imagine it. Get all of it built. Oh, man. Also, I don't know how long I'll stream for today. I'm not feeling great. But hopefully we can have like a good stream, so we will certainly try. Also, my hazardous waste is pretty damn full. And the reason why, also, like, this setup is unfortunately not gonna work. I thought that these transfer things would make it so that I could transfer the, like, the idea was, you know, you drop off here and then it would transfer into here or here, depending on what you're dropping off. And then from here and here, it would drop off into here. That's not how it works. The other thing is, I thought that, you know, here's the ash, right? I thought that the ash would transfer into here, and then that these guys that are clearing the ash out would be able to pick up the ash here much faster than they could here. And that is also not the case. So I have still not figured out trash that well. You're trying to use free construction yards until 1932, and you get the better vehicles in 32. Yeah, I got the I got these guys, but oh, okay, well now it's got fuel. It didn't have fuel a second ago, but I moved two of my bulldozers over here, and I plan on moving the other two into this one too, because I have it set to deliver only with trucks. And I figure that this would end up really helping us out, right? Because these early bulldozers take forever to get anywhere. So I'm thinking that that should help out with the construction. We're almost done with the roads over here. That's exciting. I've told them to start working on some of the other pieces, but they have not done so yet. That does have a walking path to it. I was making sure it did. Yeah, really, I'm just at that point where we're playing the waiting game right now. And due to the nature of the fact that that is all full, we're starting to burn that now. But my where's, okay, let's find one that's on its way. Those guys are probably ash clearing guys. That guy's probably ash as well. Okay, so the value of our hazardous waste, and one thing that I found interesting is that the volume of the hazardous waste has been changing over times. At one point it was up to 35% hazardous waste, and those trucks were worth a fortune. But I feel like these trucks are really helping us out, like in negating the cost of the construction of the town. So that's pretty fun. And I got this gas station up and running, which is good. It basically, you come up here and then you enter in through there. Which, let's do, there's like, yeah, these signs, right? Yeah, I want that to be primary, basically. I think anyway. Yeah, yield. Yup. Sweet. Yeah. So, you know, progress. Progress. And then once that gravel road is complete, then that will be all complete over there. I want to know, like, who uses these early planes from 1933. Because I haven't seen anybody on YouTube, like, using planes in the 30s. That'd be interesting. Maybe that's a opportunity. Since nobody uses planes, we could do a video on, like, are planes viable? But I still feel like before I make, like, edited videos of workers and resources, I need to learn a lot more and have, like, a successful Republic on stream here before I can start making videos, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet. I do know some of what I'm doing, and I feel like my towns look a little bit better than some of the other ones that I've seen, but I try to make, like, towns that are somewhat believable. Now, these, like, apartment blocks are a little bit less believable than I would like, but I needed to cram a lot of people with easy buildings in close to the factories. So that was my solution for that, is blocks of 4 small apartments. And, well, not small, but medium apartments. So, alright, well, let's do this. Let's copy your settings, give that to you. I do want to buy more road cranes. We get 4 more road cranes over there. I have room for 2 more vehicles, but those are supposed to be the they're supposed to be the bulldozers from the other construction yard, but those bulldozers are busy right now, so I can't bring them over to the new construction yard yet. Also, White Rabbit, you'll notice that I built the size 12 construction yards instead of the massive 24 ones that I normally do. So I'm trying my best to spend a small amount of money. You're also playing with 2 house rules. First, Das Brichwort's low-tech rules. Basically, you need population and settlements to earn research points. Yeah, I've seen people have been enjoying that playstyle. I feel like I need to learn the game before I can start doing stuff like that, you know? Once I can have a successful Republic and I'm good at it, then maybe at that point is when I start doing things like that, you know? Oh, that is full. Okay, I don't like doing this. What? I think we're gonna have to. All related vehicles, the 6. You are going to the customs house. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Basically, I'm taking these guys off the line. I may leave like 1 truck on the line. Let's leave 1 truck on the line so that we're not completely losing out on any possible money. But maybe that will give them a little bit of time to get that all cleared out and stuff like that. Okay, second is I'm not allowed to import intermediate products for export. So if I want to sell food, you have to produce the grain yourself. Okay. I like that. But food is a final product. Now, if you said like you're not allowed to import fabric, then I would be like, yeah, heck yeah, no, I agree with that. And the other thing is too, is, you know, obviously play the way that you find entertaining. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But that's cool, man. I do agree. I do obviously like the goal of the game is to become self-sufficient, I find. And I feel like, you know, we might be able to do that in this republic. Finding a good farm field is going to be interesting. Not exactly sure where we're going to put that, but my thought was so let's use this as a like an imaginary line right here, and boom, it's not really an imaginary line anymore, right? Because all of this can become like the construction industry and stuff, and then everything in here can become our farm, maybe. That's my thought anyway. That's my thought. If you want to make fabric, you need to produce your own chemicals and crops. Oh man. Yeah, chemicals are kind of rough. I haven't found oil yet, and don't tell me if you found it, because I want to find the resources on my own in this map. Building is on fire. Well, that's freaking horrible. That one is on fire. Well, thankfully I have a fire department right here. And hopefully these people stay at work long enough to put the fire out. It looks like they're gonna. This is why I ended up turning fires off in the previous playthrough. I turned fires off while I was building everything because it felt a little unfair for buildings to light on fire. But when I changed those settings, it made that save no longer achievement enabled, and so I had to get rid of that because I had to start over, basically, because I don't want to be without achievements or without the ability to have achievements. You have not found oil yet, and you need it to make chemicals. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like if you had found oil yet. I guess you could import oil because it's not an intermediate product, but rather it's a raw product. Do I get more buses for construction? Let's see how we do with the 4 buses right now. But my thought process was, do I get 4 more buses for this construction yard, and then we would have 8 buses, but then we're not going to have that many people in this connection spot. So I think sticking with the 4 buses is probably going to be better, because then these buses are full of passengers rather than, or full of workers rather than full of nothing, you know. So maybe that's the answer. Speaking of, we do need some more freaking doodads. Also, on this replacement, how many more of those do I have? I got 1 more. Where's it at? Open vehicle window. It's actively building the poop trench right now. All right, fair enough. You keep doing what you're doing. Why are all of our construction guys not down here working on this? I think that might be something that I should get now that I'm looking at that, because we still have the crappy dumpers. So let's get a few more dumpers. All right, I got 4 more dumpers on the way, and that's gonna help out with that. You haven't found oil? Yep, I saw that message. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know, I like this map though. It's kind of fun. It's also kind of nice not to have to worry about winter, but you know. And we're getting a few epidemics, but I don't think they matter when you don't have any people. Also, it turns out, I guess you can use the rail depot to bring in trams. So I'm trying to think of like where I'm going to expand as well. Yeah, after playing Siberia, it's real nice. Yeah, I haven't tackled Siberia yet. Again, I feel like I need to know more about the game before doing stuff like that, and that is exactly what I want to see. That's exactly why I set that other guy up like that, so that he, you know, delivers those guys by truck. Now I just need to get the original other ones. Where are they? Oh, it's not there. Is this one it? That's it. Yeah, they're busy working though. I don't want to take them off work, even though they could be delivered pretty easily by truck. I don't want to take them off the job site if they're already here, you know? Like, that doesn't make any gosh darn sense. Yeah, they're just waiting for gravel. And for some reason I've got some trucks. He's got asphalt. Actually, I don't want to discard that asphalt. It only costs 32 rubles, but that's 32 rubles that we don't need to not spend. You know what I mean? Like, I could get rid of that and then he would be active for other stuff, but we're gonna need asphalt for some of these buildings over here, surely. Yeah, see, 19 tons of asphalt, 14 tons, 10 tons, etc. Yeah. All right, now if I can burn all of this, or at least get it down to like 100 tons. If I can get it down to 100 tons, then I can turn the I can turn our trucks back on. But it's not a bad thing to like leave them off for a little while. Let the price of everything kind of return, right? So I might pull that last truck off the line after it makes its delivery. Yeah, after it makes its delivery, I'm gonna pull it off the line. It's 345 per truck right now. And look at this, like the composition is really good on my playthrough. I've got 10% construction waste, 10% metal scrap, 5% fertilizer, 20% other, some ash, and then 25% hazardous waste. That 25% is really good, and I've seen it fluctuate during this playthrough. I've seen it go higher than that. But the nice thing is, because there's metal scrap and construction waste in here, when the ash trucks are going away, they are actually making money instead of losing money by selling the byproduct of doing all of this. So it's kind of interesting. All right, now that he is done, I'm gonna tell him to go to the depot and chill out. And then we'll get this down before we can start up all of our trucks again, which should allow the price of hazmat to go up. And we just delivered workers here. Why are we not getting gravel there? I wonder. What are all the dump trucks actually doing? They're hauling gravel. Okay, well, they're hauling gravel, but I think they just have to go like a really far distance. I had a button set for it. It's button number 6. So if we go, say, here to here to there to here to there to here to there. Yeah, see, that's really far. Basically 2 kilometers that they have to drive to be able to get into town. Which, you know, that's my bad, but I wanted an area that was flat and could be used for expansion. I didn't like this area right here because of this hill, right? So I didn't like this area because of this, and that's why the recycling center is there instead of like here and so on and so forth. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at on everything. We got 45 workers in there. Okay, so let's see here. I think what I do is I save the game because I both they don't whatchamacallit, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're in super speed, the garbage trucks don't dump or pick up, which is how I ended up in this situation. They dump but they don't pick up, I think, is the answer, or something. There was something that messes up with the recycling center that makes it not function right when you're in super speed, which is unfortunate. Okay, now those dumpers are at work, which is fantastic. I'm leaving those other slots open. I wonder when that patch is not going to be in beta anymore. Because those tower cranes sound, you know, those would be awesome. They're supposed to like really drastically speed up like construction, I guess, but we are a ways away from all of that joy. Okay, let's go kind of like that, and we can go like that. And I'll do one connection there. I plan on doing the other connections soon. But like, what kind of Soviet emblem can we put here? Oh, look at that. That would fit in nicely, like right there. Let's do that. That way our comrades know who they are working for. Let's go like right here. Where's my bus station? I wonder, can I fit something nice in here? Like one of the flames. What about a Lenin statue? Ooh, we could put a Lenin statue right here, right next to the garbage. Isn't that the kindergarten? I think that's the kindergarten. That could be a good spot for Lenin. Lenin, why don't you chill out right there? That could be a good spot for you. Notice that I did not connect them up yet. I plan on connecting them later. Oh, are you in the same spot? Hold on. Let me look. Kinda. Yeah, you chose the inside mountain, like over here in this area from the screenshot that I have. What are you doing for your farms? Hold on, let me zoom in on that. That's kind of an odd setup that you have for your farms. I see that you avoided the hill as well. Yeah, interesting, man. That looks good. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Can't click on that. Oh, there it goes. I had it there for a second. There we go. Let's go high priority on that. Okay. I'm excited for this Republic. I look forward to this thing actually functioning and actually working. It's kind of disappointing to me. I think what we're really hurting on right now is the dump trucks. And it's kind of tempting for me to buy a few more dump trucks and send them on their way. Also, that's now down to 100. So I'm gonna start these guys up again. What's the cost of hazmat right now? 243. So it went up by about 100 without us bringing it in. So that's a good thing. Now we need to go get some more. And the fact that like we're spending very small amounts of ruples, I feel like we're gonna do okay. What are they waiting on? They're missing resources as gravel. Okay, well, we're not gonna have the thing that I want anytime soon, so maybe I just buy and fill this thing up with more dumpers, because what we're really waiting on is gravel. And we can get rid of that wait time if we get rid of the lack of gravel trucks, basically. Farms are experimental, so 2 medium farms, 7 large farms with low drive distances. Both connect to a grain silo that connects to a food factory, which is in walking distance of town. Ooh, yeah, but the food factory pollutes a lot, doesn't it? I think it does. Well, one cloud. Okay, never mind. It's the alcohol? No. Oh, it's the fabric factory that I was thinking of. The fabric. No, it's not. Oh, there was like one of them that like pollutes more than the rest. I'm not sure. Oh, not sure on that. Ooh, that truck's looking a little worse for the wear, isn't it? 66% wear and tear. I'm sure that's not helping. I could replace those. But do I need to? I say no. Hold off on it until we end up with a better dump truck. Or we are in desperate need. When do we get another dump truck? That's the question. Availability by year and dumper. So we get the Gaz AA 410 in 1932, which we have that already. We get the Yaz. Oh, we don't get another dumper until 1955. 1953 is the next dumper. That's not gonna work. Maybe we do need to replace those. What if I do wear and tear and I say anything above 70%? Confirm. Oh, I did want to still replace this guy, but he's actively at work. Getting our thing going here. We just have so many tons of gravel to get through. You just bought your first tower crane, like from the new patch. You're using the beta patch. I'm assuming you're using the early start DLC. I could be wrong on that. All right. What's our price? 278. I think we can start these trucks up again. Just do... Well, no, actually, I don't want line spacing on these trucks. I want them all to get the stuff at the same time and bring it in at the same time, because if I do it that way, then the price in theory does not fluctuate as much. Yeah, beta patch and early start. Nice, dude. Let me know how that tower crane works out. If it's the bee's knees, I might go get it myself, because it'd be nice to have it. We're literally waiting on gravel everywhere right now, which is kind of wild. We just have these absolute craptastic dump trucks to deal with right now. I think I'm gonna bite the bullet on those guys. Where's my things? Yeah, right here. Okay, I'm gonna say you. Your new home is over here. I'm gonna say you. Your new home is over here. I'm gonna say you are getting replaced by you. Which, yeah, that's gonna slow down building the poop trench over here, but the other excavator will get down there fast enough. And that guy wasn't really working anyway, because the poop pipe is waiting on, you guessed it, 77 tons of gravel. Everything is waiting on gravel, which could mean that I should probably work on that a little bit more. Maybe get like build like another one of these and do like nothing but dump trucks or something. I don't know. Maybe build like the smaller one and do nothing but dump trucks. The smallest one is a 6 more dump trucks. I don't like it. I don't like building the small one. I really don't like building the medium one or the medium large one. I want that 24 one. But I'm being patient. I'm being patient and trying not to do that stuff. That stuff has killed us in the past, where I kind of go a little ham on everything. Look at that. See, 534, and the hazardous waste is still at 25% right now. What is it in your playthrough right now, White Rabbit? What do you got in your hazardous waste? Or have you tried? I'm wondering if it's randomized or if it's like always going to be X% of, you know, like this kind of mixture. I'm wondering if each playthrough has like a different mixture or something on the same map. That'd be interesting. Oh, goodness. You know, getting this fuel station in over here was a good idea though. Speaking of that fuel station, I think I want to set up a couple symbols of the Republic next to it. Like this is for the future. Once we're done building it and stuff. It's against the rules. If you want to make money, you have to produce it yourself. Oh, okay. I mean, you could send like a dump truck there and pick up one set of it and then sell it or something. Just to see like what your percentages are. That wouldn't be cheating if you didn't use it. I don't think. That doesn't break the rules, but I respect your adherence to your rules and stuff. Oh, that's because this road's not done yet. Why can't... Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. Come on, guys. Let's get this stuff done already. You guys are taking forever on everything. It is literally just waiting on... We have, like, such a small amount of... Like, we can only transport 5 tons of gravel at a time, which... I didn't realize that this was going to be our major bottleneck. And we have a lot of dump trucks right now. We have 16 dump trucks as of right now. That's a lot of dump trucks, man. That is a lot of dump trucks. Yeah. Okay. So what else do we need to do in the meanwhile? You know what? Since we're doing a lot of waiting, let's figure out our gravel situation over here real quick. Let's find the really good nodes. Or not nodes, but the good areas. There's 765. Oh, 97, 90, 100%. Needs flat terrain, huh? Dude, that's like a straight up cliff edge. What if we do it this direction? Hold on, I had 100%. I want that 100%. All right, let's go. Hold on. Can we make this a little bit faster? Without, hopefully without ruining the source. Takes a little while with these smaller excavators and stuff. All right, what is that? Yeah, there we go. That was like 90 something, 97, 95, 96. Boom, 96%. Heck yeah, dude. That's pretty sick. Those are some good numbers. Then I can try to build like another one behind that. And let's do aggregate unloading is the one I want. So aggregate unloading. And we go say like here. And then you unload into a small, because I don't feel like you need more than a small, at least not with the initial setup. Takes a little while to do that excavation, huh? Okay. Small aggregate. Do I need a I might need an engine for that. Hey, cool Apple, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, you know what? Let's prepare. Good? Yeah, I'm doing good, man. We're just getting our Republic started. We're not that far into it yet. We don't have any people, as you can see up there at the top of your screen. But I'm hoping to change that around soon. Hopefully we can get that changed around here pretty soon. But yeah, you know, I'm not feeling great right now. Like, you know, being honest, I'm really just not feeling well at the moment. I'm hoping that feeling goes away soon, but it might be here for a minute. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go you like that, and then I can do the other one like right. Let's give it a little bit of space, just like that. Okay, and then gravel processing plant. Oh, thanks, man. How do I play? Okay, so I'm playing on realistic mode. The only two things that I've changed in the settings is I started with medium money instead of hard money because I'm not good at the game yet. So starting with only 500,000 rupees is not the answer for me. That's a little too hard for me as of yet. I'm not good at the game yet, like I said. And then other than that, it's all realistic, and the only thing that I turned down is I turned fires from frequent to normal, because those were also devastating. And so I got rid of, well, I didn't really get rid of them, I made them normal instead of frequent, because frequent to me just doesn't make sense. I think that's too much. Like that, and then maybe then you'll like it. No, you can get down that way right there. And if I do that, then maybe it'll let me terraform the direction that I want to go. But thank you, Cool Apple. I really appreciate your well wishes on that. I ended up in the hospital last week, last Monday, from what I'm suffering from right now. And I'm hoping that I don't have to go back, but it's kind of feeling like I need to go back to the hospital. Oh, dude, have a good day. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you have a good night, man. Feel free to drop by again. Hit that subscribe button. That'd be good. Anyway, we gotta go on a quick intermission, as it is time for an ad break, unfortunately. But we'll be right back. Oh, that is taking its sweet time, isn't it? I think it's because it's mostly like stone, so it takes longer to get through that area and stuff. Well, that also certainly does not help. I'll tell you that much. Can I... Oh, I don't have any bulldozers, I bet. But I wonder if I can... Yeah, see, I don't have any free bulldozers. This terrain is pretty severe in this area. Well, can we do that with the airport taxi, I wonder? The airport taxi does not like it. Too steep of a descent. I think that just ruined like all of the progress I had made. Dang it. Okay. I know we can get down there. The other problem is like I'm literally only using like one excavator at the moment. Oh, the crane is great. Oh, that's fantastic. Good to hear it. Oh, free excavator. Oh no, did it replace? Did it take my excavator away? It did. Why did you take away my excavator? It said 2 years and... all that stuff. They took my excavator away. Ooh. Dang, dude, like... I don't know, it's kind of severe. Okay. So, aggregate storage. I want... this one. I like this one a lot. Okay, maybe like there or something, and then oh, if I do 2 gravel processing plants like right here and here, oh, that'd be better than what my original plan was. Way better than the original plan. Is it though? It is. Are you sure? What if we do... What if I do something like that? And then we put the other one over here. We flip it. We flip it like that. Is that gonna be possible? Ooh, it might be. It might be. Okay. Let's go up this way. Then doesn't want me to curve that. Okay, no problem. We will not curve it then. The other thing that I want is the train aggregate loading. I don't think we need the big massive one. We definitely don't need the tiny one. I don't know, do we do the big? No, that's gotta be way more resources. Yeah, it is way more resources. Alright, we do the small one. Oh, that puts the road on that side. That sucks. Passive to active probably needs one of these. So we'll do that. Go there, and then train loading. I don't hate the fact that it would be naturally connected as well. I'm okay with that. There we go. Okay, now we've got gravel industry, which we can plan for, say, the cement. If I flip you and we put you here, I can get you connected directly. Do that. Yeah, okay. Well, that's the idea anyway. Global market. Oil prices is going up for several months. Oil is right now 18 per ton. That's wild. Also, we're back. 18 is a wild number. What is selling the most? Nuclear fuel and uranium. Clothing, explosives, chemicals. Oil is actually not bad at all. 19 and going up. Livestock, selling straight out livestock is 43. Selling their meat though is 111. Alcohol is 121. Fabric is actually more valuable right now than steel is. That is not encouraging. What is the lowest right now? The lowest is obviously the waste, the various waste, but then gravel and boards are pretty bad. Let's see here. Okay, clothing we can do, explosives we can do eventually, chemicals. I haven't found oil yet, so I can't do chemicals just yet. Alcohol might be a good thing. Meat would probably be pretty easy to do meat. This is gonna be a buffer zone anyway. Maybe, what if we put a, what if I put a small farm out here? How many vehicles are on a small farm is only 6. Maybe a medium farm can go out here. right? You could do a medium farm. How big are the medium fields? We could fit several medium fields right in here. Planning on getting into the meat later on. Also, yeah, the other question, can you plant year round in this one, or is it still only like one harvest a year kind of thing? Also, is there like a really big streamer streaming workers and resources, or just people not interested in it tonight? Oh, there's nobody really on. I guess people just aren't interested in workers and resources tonight. That's fine. I thought, like, you know, sometimes like when a big streamer is streaming the game that you're playing or whatever, like all of your audience is gone. It's kind of wild, but it is what it is. Okay. I feel like if once we get this pipe done... Okay, this pipe is only requiring prefab panels now. What about some of those other pipes? You think you can get 2 harvests a year, but you're not sure? Yeah, keep an eye on it. Let us know what you find. While we're waiting, I feel like we could plant like get like a couple palms. There we go. Get a couple of these small palms next to linen. Wow, hello there, Jeddah. I was wondering where you were, bud. There we go. There we go. Get some foliage planted in there. How's it going, Jeddah? Welcome back to the channel, good sir. Are we crashing the price of hazardous waste? A little bit. A little bit. Let's watch him go and get his hazmat. Also, I want to see before we go into full cinematic mode, I want to see like what the spread is. Still 25%. Okay. Still got 25%, which is good. But the price has dropped because we're buying too much. We're buying too much of it. If I reduce the number of trucks down to like 1 truck, we wouldn't kill the price quite as much. So yeah, very interesting. I love to see black smoke coming out of that smokestack over there. We're making progress. We're not quite there yet. But you know, we're making solid progress. Let's go take a look at it. This is where we're at. We've got a lot of the roads complete. So next is basically like they're working on the pipe networks at the moment, which is a good thing. After all of this infrastructure is done right here in this city block, I'm gonna activate the first row of apartments, and then we'll start getting people in. It's January 1934, so it might be 35 by the time I get people in at this rate. What's really slowing me down is normally I have like 3 or 4 large construction sites built by now, but I am not doing that this playthrough because I've done that in every other Republic, and every other Republic has failed because I've spent too much money to begin with, you know? So, you know, I'm trying to avoid that. And then I'm also working on this. But as you can see, we've got quite the terraforming job to do to get down out of the mountain here. Which with these old, like these 1930s excavators and stuff, it's gonna take me a while to get there. Can I curve it around like that? That would be great. The other thing is too, is like this is stone, and so stone takes a lot longer to do this with. Especially with these early excavators, and I only got like one free excavator too, so that's the downside of that as well. How's the stream handling everything? Is it going well? Like, do we got a good quality going? I feel like we do. On my preview window, it looks fantastic. But, you know, the past couple days, it's been a little bit hit or miss on the quality, which I don't like at all. Trash. Let's do one of the small ones, and can I fit it in anywhere? Will you let me put that somewhere? No, you will not. That's like some... Ooh, you'll let me put it right there. That's good enough for me, man. Stream is handling great. Ah, that's fantastic. That's good to know. Now, if only we can actually terraform this and get this placed, then this site will almost basically be done at that point. We do need to figure out like water, sewage, and power wheels. Oh my goodness. Dude, I used to, when I was a kid, I wanted a power wheel so bad. But never got one. And I probably wouldn't have used it for very long either, so I'm kind of glad I didn't get one. Cause like in the 80s, I was a little bit more into whatchamacallit? Like, I was really into this toy called Battle Beasts. They were like these anthropomorphic battle animals that, like, they had these like fire, water, and earth symbols on them or something like that. And like, or fire, it was fire, water, and wood or something. I don't remember all of the combinations you could have, but basically, like, they had these little holographic symbols on their chests, and when you put your thumb to them, the heat from your thumb would cause their power to activate or to like appear on their chest, and then you could, it was basically like rock paper scissors at that point, you know, like fire beat wood and wood beat water and water beat fire kind of thing. So yeah, that was fun. There we go. I got a little trash thing in there. Terraforming this mountain is kind of a nightmare though. And getting people out here is going to be interesting as well. How are we doing on all of this nonsense? It kind of feels like this is very, very slow progress. How are we doing on the trash? We're doing fine on trash now. But I was thinking about letting the price of hazmat recover. Maybe we let it go until that price is closer to 100, and then at that point we'll give it a break. Let the price recover at that point, because last month we were positive. Last month we imported 9,191 rubles worth of hazardous waste for a total of 207.99 tons, basically 208 tons last month, which is pretty fantastic. This month we're up to 169 tons with negative 5,000, which is a fantastic number. You love to see that. But what do we got over here? Progress is being made. Do you have workers? You have 30 workers. Bless you, sir. Bam. Okay, sweet. We're getting the water up and running. Do we have the pipes are not done yet? Okay. Also, I realized I connected that one to the wrong location. It already has resources on site, so we're not going to mess with that. Ooh, they're getting done with that. That's beautiful. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably place like a small farming area right here, and kind of fill in this area because this pollution is pretty severe. The idea, I want to put like a recycling center somewhere eventually. We would need to find like a good site for that, and that might be over here actually, because then I could terraform this and open that up for ships to go through. I wonder if ships can come through here anyway. It's kind of shallow right there. But then we could ship in hazardous waste and stuff like that and recycle it all back in here. Could be an interesting solution. Let's make sure there's no oil over here. There's no oil back here. Okay, let's make sure there's no coal. I'm not concerned about coal being back there, even if there was some. But there is no coal that we can see. What about iron? Iron. Yeah, I don't see any iron either. So that could be our little garbage recycling center thing. And then we could feed that with like a small village like over here or something. I know that we're going to be building a big city out in this region possibly, which I don't know. The topography of this map makes like my normal plans a little bit awkward, which I love. I really do. I think that's great. But it does mean that I got to figure out exactly what we're gonna do, when, where, how. And I have not yet figured that out. But this map is pretty awesome, and I look forward to playing with it. I wish that border was like right here instead of right there, because then you could use ships in that section of the map. But yeah, all of these mountains and stuff like that are gonna be a challenge to deal with as we move through all of this. Where the heck is our town? Let's find it this way. Oh, I'm way off. Okay, let's go back there. Yeah. But again, let's check on the price of hazmat is now 130. We can keep those trucks running for now. When we do shut that system off, I feel like because we're gonna let the price recover on hazmat. You think the river is navigable? Oh, okay. Also, we're gonna need to start replacing these dumpers because they're starting to break down. The river's pretty big. I bet you're right on that. Let's see. Can this river go all the way? Okay, that river goes out to NATO. That would take a really long time for the ship to navigate that. The problem that I would see though is like, can you fit a dock into here? Oh, you can. Would it block that though? I don't know. That might block the navigation. You might need to use the small docks for that, which means you'd be using small ships. But it is in theory possible to use some ships on the river. This river goes out this direction, and I'm assuming that this connection, yeah, is going to be Soviet. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, like, the river is an option. The other thing is too, I was thinking about, you could set this up as a harbor, and then you do like some terraforming right here and make this deep water instead, and then it's a quicker shot out there. And that's like actually really, it's just on the other side of the mountain from our starter town. So make this into the harbor, and then make this into the recycling center, and then make this into like a distribution center and stuff like that, with goods coming in and going out and stuff. And then you could do like another factory or something over here, which then feeds into like a big city like over here that feeds people into all of this. Maybe do like a small village like right here or something. I don't know, it'd be interesting. Also, I wonder if the mountains block air pollution or reduce it, because maybe we use the mountains to our advantage like that. Could be an option if that is a thing. Okay. I'm getting a little tired of waiting, so let's save the game and let's do a Republico backup as well. Republico backup, and boom, and then we'll save back over Republico so that all of our autosaves are not there. Okay, let's go into super speed for a little while because we got no people, we've got nothing going on. It's time for us to get a lot of this stuff done and get the heck out of Dodge. It's March 1934. I did want to try to get people by 33, but we're running into some issues that are causing us to go a little slower. Primarily, the issue that we're dealing with is the slow amount of gravel that we're getting into town is really what's slowing me down by quite a number. And the fact that our dump trucks are starting to break down is not encouraging. Let's take a look. Can we resolve that? Do we have better dumpers yet? I don't think we do. We don't. The Yaz ones are 40. You get like You get 9 kilometers an hour faster, but I bet you the maintenance is better on these 1932 ones. You lose 1 ton. I don't want to lose 1 ton. Let's buy 4 of those. How many dumpers do I have? 16. So 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just buy 12 of them right now. Kind of replace them so that they stop breaking down. We're down. We're finally down to well, we just spent 17,570 rubles. So, but we've gone down below 1.6 million finally. Okay. Sure. Yeah, see, this is not helping. Wear and tear 100%. Ooh. Do we set up a small maintenance facility? Hold on. How expensive is that? The small one is not that expensive. Okay, I say we do. And if I put it close enough, I can't get it quite close enough. That building does not highlight for some reason. Okay. I say we go for it. Let's put it. All right. Oh, do 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 do. All right, let's go high priority on that, please, and thank you. And we'll go high priority on that. That's also gonna save us a lot of money. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, I think we just replace that automatic replacement. If you have wear and tear over 70% and your age is 2 years old minimum, go ahead and replace you. And it looks like we replaced one of them. Let's get the other ones replaced. And I feel like that will end up making it so that we kind of get out of that mess, maybe. I don't know. Again, the problem that we're running into is just getting gravel to the construction sites is the real problem that I'm having right now. Workers, we're not actually having a problem with workers. I think keeping the buses that we're using to a minimum is really helping out. Like, yeah, that guy's only doing 6, but he might only need 6. There's 53 workers over here. So, like, I think that it's helping us. I think it's helping us out a lot. That guy's gonna need a distribution office. I wonder if I even have another distribution office that I can use. I do. Okay. So I'll put that there then. What's he gonna need? He's gonna need covered. He's gonna need 1 covered and 1 1 covered and 1 open hole at least. He might need something else, but we'll cross that bridge when we need to. Because covered can do the fabrics, the electronics. Oh, I think he needs a dumper, doesn't he? What in the heck happened there? Hopefully the stream is still active. Let's see here. Maintenance depot. So yeah, he needs plastics, electronic components. All of that stuff at the top can be done by covered. And then all the other stuff can be done by the flatbed. Oh, Rui! What's up, dude? You've been watching my out of order videos? Nice, dude. What do you think? I love that game. The problem is I love that game too much. So I've been playing that game way too much. Like, I think on the YouTube channel, I'm up to like episode 5 or 6 or something. And I've actually... Where's the rest of the playthrough? I have not had a lot of time to edit the videos, but I've got recorded all the way up to episode 12 right now. We need more episodes. I'll work on an episode tomorrow. I work from home tomorrow, so I should have a little bit more time to be able to do that. So I'm gonna edit a video tomorrow, and then I'll have that live. If I get everything done in time, I'll have it live by Thursday. And then the other thing is yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that, Jetta. I need to record another Fishing North Atlantic video. The problem is with Fishing North Atlantic, I'm at that spot in the game now where like one fishing trip takes me like 2 hours to record, and then I gotta cut 2 hours down to half an hour. So it's a lot of work and time to get those videos put together. Yeah, it's I didn't mean so really full disclosure here, man. I didn't mean for the gap between videos to be so long, but last week I was in the hospital a little bit, and I might have to go back to the hospital here soon, which I hope I don't, knock on wood, but this thing that I'm dealing with is not getting better, so I might have to go back. I'm really hoping that I don't have to, but I might have to. And then the other thing is like, as a result of that, I've not felt well enough to be all chipper and happy in recording. Like live streaming, I don't know, it's a little bit different because I can interact with you guys. Yeah, thank you, really. I appreciate it, man. I do wish that I could. My goal on my new YouTube channel, which, by the way, guys, if you're unfamiliar with my YouTube channel, it's right over here. You can get a link to that. But my goal with my YouTube channel is to have one video out per Sunday. Every Sunday is my goal. But I've had a few complications, you know, like with, you know, the health issue. And then I've had, like, one of my friends was moving a couple weeks ago, and so I was unable to record because I was helping out. I had them over, and then Father's Day, I had my mom and stepdad over on Sunday, which kind of ruined, like, the whole time that I normally edit videos for. It's just been, June has been a weird month for me. And I plan on getting back to regular content soon, but, you know, the best laid plans, as they say, right? So, also, what's the price of hazmat now? 147. It's actually going up even as we're grabbing it. I wonder if the contents are getting different. Let's see. This guy's leaving. The content is roughly the same as what it's been. Okay. But really, are you familiar with this game, dude? Yeah, take care of you and yours first. I agree. But, you know, the YouTube channel has been taking off. Like, taking off. It's the most subscribers I've ever had on YouTube before. June has been, for me, has been like, oh, it's the first. We're at the end. Where'd that go? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I feel you on that one. Yeah, I'm making that high priority because we need to get this built. This is the first time looking at it. Okay, so this game is called Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, okay? We're playing on the Asian map. This is not normal. This is like a part of one of the DLCs and stuff. But you'll notice like all of these trucks are hauling lots of goods into our construction sites, right? We are actively, so this is one of, in my opinion, this is what really sets this city builder apart from all other city builders. You'll notice that all we have is a bunch of dirt plots on where we're going to be putting buildings and stuff, right? All of those construction vehicles have to bring the supplies in. So like this guy, he's hauling in gravel right now, right? And then he's gonna go make that into a delivery. Where are you taking it? Oh, you're taking it. Oh, you're going left. Oh, you're a bad boy. See, and then he just laid out the gravel for this gravel path, and then our bulldozer has to lay out the path. That's what sets this game apart. It's been 4 years, and we have worked on all of this in the last 4 years. We built a little like burning thing, garbage burning thing. We're bringing in hazardous waste from other Soviet countries at a cost of 263 rubles per thing. But that is the beautiful thing, right? Everything in this game, if you're playing on realistic mode, which in my opinion is the only way to play this game. If you're playing on any other mode, you're doing it wrong, in my opinion. But yeah, and then you've got, you got your underground networks as well. So like, this is a water well that when it's active will pump water into this water pump that will then pump water into this cleaning plant, which then pumps into this water tower that then gets into this water switch, and then we get drinking water to our people right there. I thought I had a second one. Maybe I don't need a second one. Does that one cover everybody? See, and when you place things in the right spot, it covers the whole of the industry, right? Which is a beautiful thing. I think I need drinking water up here. No, I don't, because I was smart and I built it up here. Previous Drake is awesome. Yeah, no, realistic mode is the only way to play this game, I feel. And we're playing with a DLC right now that's called Early Start. Also, like, so this is a plan for a gravel industry. So this is going to be a mine right here. And then the idea is that the mine will be active. A dump truck will pick up the quarried stone, and then it will send it into this gravel unloading station, which then feeds into that, which feeds into this, which I now have 2 loading stations right here. And the idea is more dump trucks are going to pick up the quarried stone from here and take it into processing plants that then deposit that into a storage that can be picked up by train or truck, which I did not set up the truck yet, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I don't have a truck connection for that, but I could put that in theory. Ooh, is that gonna work? That would be beautiful if I can make that work. Otherwise, we got to put the truck loading on the other side. I'm not happy with that. I wouldn't want it on the other side. Let's see if we can make this work. Right? And then we bring... No, that's not gonna work. See, the problem is the distance between these two pylons is not enough. I need more pylons. And do you buy the trucks through garages or individually and the dozers? Yeah, so if you want to, like, there's a couple ways to buy vehicles. So this is a vehicle, this is a free vehicle depot, okay? So you can come here to purchase new vehicle and you can go like, oh, I need some more bulldozers. So then you buy some more bulldozers or concrete mixers or buses or, you know, like waste trucks or whatever. Yeah, someone knows StarCraft. Yeah, exactly. Need more pylons. Traffic jam. Where is the traffic jam? Oh. Ooh. Okay. So we can resolve that by telling two of these guys to go home. I told the wrong guys to go home. So I'll tell these guys to go home instead. Okay, and then I need to turn off automatic replacement. For now. So I'm automatically replacing these old dump trucks with some of our dump trucks, right, are breaking down because they've been constantly running for like 4 years basically. That guy's okay. He must be one of the ones that was replaced recently. He's at 7%. He's fine. But yeah, you gotta actually build your roads, with the exception of the mud road. The dirt roads you don't have to build, you can just place. Like here's a rail construction yard, okay? Like, and then with the rail construction yard, it will actually build our rail network here. So yeah, it's really in depth and just an absolutely awesome joy to play video game. But yeah, we're kind of trying to get everything ready to kind of order people in soon, because imagine that, but a game called Workers and Resources, one of your biggest expenses, one of your biggest resources, if you will, is the people. And once we have people in town, we're gonna be able to do a lot more stuff a lot more quickly. I'm activating all of this construction because I want to get it done. With the exception of the prison. We're not going to need the prison built anytime soon. Oh, exactly. Every time I've reset the Republic, I've learned something new. And this time... Okay, so normally I go big early and I build way too much, way too quickly. And I burned through all of our starter capital way too fast. And so this time around, I've tried going a little bit slower with everything. And as you can see, we still have 1.5 million. So we're doing better than I normally do, but at the cost of time. Because it's already June 1934, and I thought that I would have people by 34, but the thing that's slowing me down the most is these tiny little dump trucks that are really kicking my butt, as far as like being able to get everything to the construction sites and stuff like that. It looks like we started construction on the cinema. That's awesome. So all right, here's the plan, right? I want to get everything in these 4 squares right here. I want to get, well, rectangles, but I want to get these built first, and then we're gonna do the first row of houses right here, and then we'll do the second row of houses after the first row is in. But basically the reason why I need all of this built is, like, there's the fire station, there's the hospital, there's the warehouse that's gonna hold all the food, and there's the pub, there's the meat storage, here's the police station, there's the house of culture, there's the university, there's the kindergarten, there's the school, etc, etc, etc. Basically, like, everything that's down there is important stuff that needs to be built. So yeah, that's where we're at, and we got quite a bit of stuff to go. Price for hazardous waste is 144. Ash is not really piling up, but I'll go ahead and start one more truck on ash for now. Sure. What else do I want? I guess we don't need to buy snowplows this time around. I'm not used to not needing snowplows. Alright. We are gonna save the game and do another round of super speed. Alright, let's do it. Boom. Hold on, let's move. Let's do it like this. Bam, and you watch, it's kind of like a time-lapse video in a way. It's a live time-lapse video until you create your own event and eventually export. Exactly. So in this game, because it's communism and stuff like that, you don't make money on taxes. The only way to make money in the game is by exporting. So if you look here on the economy, these are everything that you can sell. So nuclear fuel, uranium, that's like processed uranium, clothing, explosives, uranium oxide, chemicals, etc, 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 right? There's tons of stuff that you can sell. Now, the only thing that we're making money on right now is we are importing hazardous waste from our Soviet neighbors, and we're burning it here in our incinerator. So, like, let me see. Yeah, so like this truck right here is holding 259 ruples worth of hazardous waste. It's not much, right? But that is paying for our construction. So like if we look at last month, right? Last month we imported 11 tons of steel, 18 tons of fuel, 42 tons of asphalt, 132 tons of gravel, 55 tons of concrete, etc, 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 right? But so the total cost of all of that, like 1,834 ruples for the steel is our largest expense there. But because we brought in 201.5 tons of hazardous waste, we actually ended up in the positive. So it says negative 2,122, but remember that this is imports. So when this number is negative, it means we made money. So we're actually positive 2,122 ruples there. Our total expense for the month was negative 410. So, you know, like without bringing in the hazardous material, we would literally be bleeding money as we're building our town over here. But instead, we're kind of like equilibrium it, you know? Like some months we bring in more materials than we can deal with, and then other months, you know, like we're fine. But I love to see this. All of the piles of the gravel on our pathways mean that they're gonna get built soon. But before we bring people in, we've got to get the sewage situation figured out. We've got to get the water situation figured out, which, you know, that is all there. We've got water up here as well as sewage. We've also got room for expansion over here, as far as the sewage is concerned. And so, like, you know, this sewage switch needs to be built as well. Cancel out of that. I want to click on the actual sewage switch. I'm gonna go ahead and make that high priority. No, the market fluctuates, right? That's why I keep checking over here to look at the, if you look right above my head here, you'll see the different prices. So the price of hazmat, yeah, look, it just dipped down. It was 146 per ton. It's now 141 per ton. So like, and then there's also inflation and stuff like that. So like, as time goes on, those prices change. The more you import or export a good, the prices will fluctuate and stuff. The only way to avoid those price fluctuations a little bit, at least, is by ship. Shipping goods out is the most stable way to have exports and imports. So the plan is, this is a lovely little natural harbor, right? So the plan is to terraform this into like a full-blown major harbor for us, and we'll use that, which also means like we'll have to dredge out this sandbar right here to make this all deep water to be able to get ships in and out, which then we'd be able to access this Soviet border, which I don't think there's a NATO border near there. There's not a NATO border there, but they can, if we want to export to NATO, they can come through here, up the river, and then basically through the river on an extremely long journey all the way out to NATO. So that would be an extremely long journey, but it will be possible, which is kind of cool. But yeah, no, this game is the most in-depth city builder I've ever played, and it is really cool. Really, really, really cool. Let's go like there. There to there. And then that. I need aggregate loading. Truck aggregate loading. Is there a fun spot to put you? I guess I could put it there and put a second one there. I don't really hate that. Let's do that. That might put a lot of traffic in this area. That is going to put a lot of traffic in this area. You get rid of you. Get rid of you. Oh, that's another thing, really, dude. Okay, let's say, and this is going to happen, but if I want to get rid of this construction yard that I built a few years ago, like, this guy is no longer relevant and I don't want him anymore, I literally have to use a demolition and excavation crew to come in here and destroy this, and then haul all of the material away after they've destroyed it. And then if I have like recycling centers set up, I can recycle the material from here and like use that material again later. But if I don't have recycling, then it's just trash and gets lost. But yeah, you can't just go like, oh, I don't want this anymore, delete. No, you can't delete it. You've got to tear it down. That's why you see me doing all of this planning. So like I'm planning this out, right? Instead of starting to build it, I'm planning it out and making sure that it's going to function the way that I want it to function before I deal with that, you know? So speaking of, I want, are you not going to be able to do that? That's unfortunate. See, this is why we try to pre-plan this stuff. Let's do this. Okay, like that, and then we'll grab the rail and kind of bring that out just a little bit so that we know where it's at. And we will do the truck aggregate loading. This is what I want. Right, like that. Okay, and then we'll give these guys like the rail yard length as a queue line so that they could queue up as necessary. I'm not a huge fan of crossing the rail line here, but I mean, how often are they gonna get interrupted by that? Probably not very often. So, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. It did not like that, did it? What in the... What is your major malfunction? Whatever. Who cares? It'll just look a little weird. Okay. All of this is like, so I've got quarried stone that comes into this, you know, like I'll have a dump truck that runs from here to here. It's a very short trip. We're gonna get 1.5 million warnings that it's, you know, like there's a traffic jam there and stuff. We'll get 1.5 million warnings about that. But I'm okay with those warnings because if there's a traffic jam there, then that means it's doing its job, essentially. And emergency, we want the small fire station over here. Let's go like there. And then I want a bus stop. I think we can just do a free bus stop here, honestly. And then kind of like right there. And boom. Yeah. And then we can figure out like all of the walking paths that are going to be necessary. Looks like that might be a little bit of a challenge to put together, but we can make that happen. If I go like this, and then we go over here on this side, then I can do a path like that, and then we do a path like that, which then connects all of that to there. Okay, so I do need that path built because that's not going to get built unless that is built. Which also means we can do a path up here to the fire station, and that basically feeds the entire gravel industry right here. So this is going to connect to that, right? And that one's going to connect to that one. Which also means that I can put some reminders of where they are working right there. 2 Soviet obelisks. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have to go on another ad break, unfortunately, but we'll be right back with some more workers and resources. But yeah, no, I love this game, dude. Like, this game is just awesome. It scratches the right kinds of itches, right? Like, I want to play more, like, I really love games like Transport Fever 2, City Skylines, and stuff like that. Oh, you're heading to bed? Have a good night. Thanks for hopping in on the stream, man. Feel free to drop by again. I've been streaming a little bit more lately, so feel free to hop in there. Don't forget to join the Discord. There's a link in the description down below. It's 2 a.m. in Portugal. Oh my goodness. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Is there some trams? Yes. 100 passengers. 30 passengers. Why wouldn't you use 10 meters, 37 meters? What about the tram? Where's the tram stations? There's a tram stop larger. There's a tram stop small. Tram stop smalls are... How big are these? Doesn't say how long it is. Say how long the other one is. I guess we would just use the large ones. Or we could set up like a tram network for different industries and stuff like that. That could be interesting. Larger tram stops you can drive through. Oh, that might make it essential. But what about the other trolley bus? Okay, trolley buses are definitely different than tram, but do they stop at... Oh, they would need to be at the trolley bus stops. Okay, that makes sense. Trolley buses could be an answer. What do we have over here for... What do we have for trolley buses? 55 passengers at 55 kilometers an hour. That's a lot of people moving. I'm just trying to think of different... Yeah, I'm trying to think of different ways to move people other than my traditional routes, which is like trains, planes, and automobiles, you know? Like, yeah, okay, gravel is all set up. The other thing that I could set up, at least like understand where it's gonna go, is like the cement plant. What does the cement plant need? It needs coal and gravel. Oh, that's the other thing we're gonna need is garbage. We need garbage over here. So place garbage right there. We'll place a garbage. Come on, you can let me place it here. You know you want to place it here. Ooh, there was a spot. There was like, yes, one spot right there. Perfect. Oh, I need a free... What? You liar. There we go. Cableway. Oh, yeah. Dude. The cement plant could feed the panel. Yeah, exactly. We need to unlock the panels though, but we could do concrete. Do cement into like a cement storage place. And we can actually feed the cement plant off of what we've already got here, because there's another connection to this that we can use to pull off into this direction. And then I could do like I don't know if I need to do, yeah, I could do a small buffer storage. And then shoot, if we're bringing in coal for the cement plant, we may as well use that coal to make bricks. There's 33 tons of coal that are necessary for that. What if I set up a like if we did a train aggregate unloading station, right? And then this train brings in coal and the other stuff, you know, like it brings in coal, and then I could have 2 storages of coal on either side. Yeah, I like that. We can basically, we can turn this whole section into our you know, construction industry. So I like that. We'll do that for sure. How are we doing on the town? Progress is being made. We've got lots of gravel laid out everywhere. But this is one of the lessons that I've learned both from you, White Rabbit, and from watching other streamers, is to build the main paths first and then build the connections as you want to start building the buildings. Now, in some areas, it didn't feel like that was exactly something that I could really do. And so in some areas, I do have them built to their final locations, essentially. So I'm going to set these to high priority in order to get them done. Where's the fire station? That's also going to become high priority. Which means I need the bus stop as high priority as well. Yeah, cement plant into prefabs, into concrete. We can get a lot of this stuff going. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, 96%, 95%. We could also put the wood industry over here. Like right in this section right here, we could put the wood. I love this. We probably only need the one wood builder. Let's see. What are these trees? Plant jungle tree. Okay. Let's plant a whole lot of this over here. Just a bunch of it. Ibahari, what's up, dude? Welcome back to the stream and the glorious Republic. How far would they walk, I wonder, from the bus station? Right? I mean, they'll literally walk that whole thing. What is happening? We are building our town. And making some good progress on that. It's taking a little bit longer than I wanted, but we should probably have people in by 1936. Maybe, in theory, who knows? Purchase. Let's get those. Let's move that up. And let's go ahead and get them that. And then you, I want you to go get whatever you need and go unload it there. And we'll do 70%. Yeah. So we're making waves, taking names. That is full, which is really unfortunate. Why are you full? Is it because we have not gotten workers here recently? Is that what is going on? I feel like that might be what's going on. Where is our bus? We literally only have one bus working that now. He just dropped people off. But we got no people. Why is that happening? Alright, let's purchase new vehicle or mechanism. Let's get ourselves another bus. And then that way we can hopefully start getting some people in here. Not only to work on that, but you know, work on all of our, like, we need workers in here. And without workers, we are going to drown in trash. So, I don't know. Hopefully that guy grabs workers this time. Where are you at? Oh, he's in maintenance right now. But there's no people to do the maintenance for you. So, you need to go get people. I'm gonna say no, wait until 80%. And here, go. Shoot. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay. Assign that to the new bus. And line spacing, yes, is on. Good. Yeah, this is another new city. Exactly. I keep failing at the game. The last Republic failed. The Republic before that failed. The Republic before that failed. Like, this game is not easy when you're playing it on the hardest difficulty. But I also feel like that's the only way to play this game. So I've been putting up with the fact that I've been failing with that, right? So it is what it is. Well, I was getting that built to be able to get that built. Okay, so that's why this factory connection is not connected over here. Okay. So we need workers and resources. There we go. We got workers right here. This very dilapidated, beat up bus is bringing in 30 workers right now. It's taking them 2 hours to get to this location. Did you recognize the issue that you are making you fail? Yeah, so I tend to overbuild is the problem, which is why this is taking a lot longer than normal. Because normally I would be in like I would have this whole town built and stuff, but then I would have like no money, so we would basically be dead. So I build too large too quickly. And so instead, now I've got these small construction yards and all of the freebie construction yards and stuff like that. So that's kind of why we've been failing. We've been failing because we've been going for the big stuff right away, because my mentality is like, why should I build small if I'm going to have to replace it? And the answer is because it's too expensive to build big early. So you got to build smaller, and that's what we're doing here. We're building a little bit of a smaller town to start with. So like here, right, what we're going to do is we're going to build this section of town first. So all of this is like everything that's going to support the people, and then after we get all of this built, we're going to start building all of these inner houses. And then basically once I start getting these people in, one building at a time, then I can start, once this first row is done, I can build the second row. Once that second row is done, I'm going to build the factories, and then, you know, so on and so forth. Micromanage your buses will speed up getting in. What do you mean by micromanage them? How do you micromanage them? Also, I probably need to stop all of our trash trucks for now. Ew. Oh, I don't have a location to put all of my trash trucks. Hold on. Let's... Oh, shoot. Do I have another free depot? I do. I have a couple free depots left. Let's do 1 and 2. And then I will move you over there. And we'll move you over there. Go back to this. I wish there was... Is there a way for me to just tell them all to just come home? Oh, you picked up hazardous waste. You are on your way to go get hazmat. You still have some hazmat on you. These guys are all probably gonna have... Yeah, they all have hazmat on them. Plus, like, this is gonna reduce the wear and tear that we have on these vehicles for a little while. Drive the bus and yourself, getting inside the game through the screen. Hells yeah. So set them in separate construction group, take them off auto search, and manually assign them to what is important. So you're saying, like, I've got our buses in here. You're saying take auto search off and then manually tell them, hey, come here, come there, come do this, do that, do this other thing. That does make sense. I feel like you can accomplish that same goal though by saying like what is high priority and what can be passed up on, right? I feel like you can do that the same way. But the last times I didn't listen to you, like, you ended up being very, very right. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, we might be in a vicious cycle of you, like, making a solid and good suggestion, me ignoring it for, well, not ignoring it, but not utilizing it for a little while, and then realizing that I was in the wrong and and then implementing your idea next. So yeah, we might be repeating that again here soon. And I apologize for that, but I like to try my own ways first, and then when they don't work, then I use your suggestions, you know. So let's make this all pretty. I can cancel. No! Oh, I got rid of all of the trees. You jerk. All right. There we go. Can't believe it got rid. Well, screw it then. Get rid of all these trees. We'll start over. We'll start over in this area. Gosh dang it. Come on, you're not. Why are you not planting my bush? Plant the bush! What's going on? I put it on there. Where's that button? Restore soil. Let's go in there. Restore as much as that as we can. Alright, I'll let that grow in and then we'll start planting bushes again and stuff. How is the burning situation over here? Pretty decent. We can reduce the number of workers that come here to like 5 people instead. I'm still okay with 8 people at the fire station. A great amount of man hours can be saved by getting the excavators to do the groundwork. You only want to send the buses when everything is done. All resources on site. Oh, okay. I think you just convinced me to go with your strategy, which is taking auto search off. And I'll go ahead and cancel all of that. All of these jobs. So what are you saying then? Like, do I just put these buses on a depot then instead of a construction yard, and then like do we then pick them up individually and send them to the site? Or do I just assign this? Oh, you know what? I bet you if I go to assign construction mode and we do number 2 and we put number 2 on there, I can then tell number 2 like, okay, like the Kremlin Tower has all of its stuff, so boom, start doing the Kremlin Tower. That, oh, okay, so this now has all of its stuff, so go ahead and build that. That's got all of its stuff, so you can build that. That still needs more material. Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm on board, man. White Rabbit is gets an extra ration of vodka for the Republic. And then once those are done, we can start moving other stuff. Let's work on the fancifying our little gas station here. I don't know why I'm making the gas station so pretty, but I had stuff there before, but now it's not letting me place it there. It's kind of annoying. What about acacias? I can get 3 like right there. Come on, let me plant my trees, please. There we go. 3. And let's do 1, 2, 3. And I can't put them on here. It's saying no. Let's go palm trees down the center of... I don't have a lot of stuff that I can do while we're waiting for stuff to get built. So I may as well make town look good, right? I may as well try to make it look pretty. And planting this stuff now will pay off later. Okay. There we go. Sometimes a tree plants really easily, and sometimes you gotta kind of wiggle it a little bit in the same spot that you want it to be. Oh man, I just got another idea. On the opposite sides of this main road here, I can put like the bushes and stuff. Also, I hear the sound of construction going on, and I love to hear that. I think you're 100% right here, White Rabbit. Being a little bit more focused on like where I put the workers is really gonna help us out. I don't think I have buses in any other construction yard. I don't have buses in any other construction yard, so I feel like that is really gonna help us out. And we need to burn a lot more of this trash so that we can get our trash going again. But it's also not a bad thing that we're not importing trash right now, because the trash price has doubled in the last little bit. Also, now that that is done, I can build this gravel road. Now that that is done. And you know what? I wouldn't mind getting the first row of houses built now that most of that is done. So let's do that. Now we're not going to move people in yet, but it'll be nice to have that. Also, do I have at least one more distro office? I do. Thank the maker. I'm not gonna buy the vehicles for that yet, but that is the distribution office that's gonna feed the grocery store. Very, 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 very important distribution office. And unfortunately, we are completely out of distribution offices. Which sucks, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. And yeah, once these get done, I can add... I wonder, can you open that construction? No, you can't. But we can look at like what else requires people. That's the groundworks. Okay. I think the pipes might be ready. Yeah, these pipes are ready. So assign you to that. Are you ready? You are ready. So assign you. Yeah, if I'm more hyper focused like this, we can probably do a much better job. Yeah, groundworks. We'll let the excavators handle that. Yep. That just needs to be built. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And that. That's groundwork. We can let the excavator handle that. That has one of our cranes locked up. Okay. So there we go. All right, let's finish those projects and then we'll start assigning other ones to them as well. Let's put some bushes down on the opposite side of the road. I don't know how big these bushes are gonna get, because I've never used them before. But this will make like a kind of nice looking main street, I think. Because I do like my towns. I've seen a few streamers and a few YouTubers who just place things willy-nilly and like it looks like a spaghetti mess of roads and walking paths and stuff. I try to plan mine out to be a little bit more like an actual city, but you know, that doesn't always work. But I wish there was a line tool that you could just plant all of this via like a little line or something. That would make doing this a lot easier. Ah, there's no room right there. Okay. Fair enough. We got to do research in order to get the we got to do research in order for us to be able to get the actual distribution offices. So we got to use the little ones for now. Oh, we got the basketball court done. Basketball and volleyball. Since it's gonna be warm year round, I figured we could put a bunch of those all over the place, which would be good. I can turn that off. How are we doing on burning our trash? Is going okay. I want to get that below 100 before we turn it back on. Plus the price is going up as we are not importing it right now. So we'll make a lot of money once we start importing again. I'll activate all of our trucks at the same time, and then that in theory should allow the price to stay high for at least a little while. I wonder if we can do some more detail work now. Oh, I can tell them to go ahead and start on those pathways, and we'll start moving people in. Not yet, obviously. We need to get a lot of stuff done first. We need all of these support buildings ready to go. Okay, I got a Soviet symbol there. Probably put something right here. That might oversaturate that one little area though. Also, in our previous test, that the Kremlin walls and towers and everything are really good. We had that stuff ready to go last time. Let's go ahead and build that. All right. They're really good for maintaining loyalty. Because remember, we had that one city kind of like surrounded by the Kremlin walls. And it really worked. It was really, really good. But, like, we didn't have them all built or anything, so I don't know how effective it really was, but we had like 60% loyalty there without radio or anything else. Yeah, 331 work days left on that. And then over here, 141. 181 work days left on the groundworks for the bus stop. We've not yet assigned all of that. This is not assigned. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it's doing. Hold on. Uh-huh. Exactly what it just did. What number are you? You are... I just accidentally assigned it to everything. All right, hold on. I need to cancel your construction on all of that. And instead, I need to assign you manually to this stuff over here, because that stuff is important, except for cancel construction mode on that. We don't want to do that by peoples. And there we go. Are you done? Not yet. You figured out why their loyalty was so high. You had just populated the city and they come in loyal and happy, and then it drops over time. Yeah, but we had them there for like a couple of years too. And yet their loyalty was still real high. I think what it was a combination of what you just mentioned and the fact that we were maintaining that loyalty. Is kind of what I think was going on there. Like, obviously, like, it wasn't perfect or amazing or whatever. Can we get some bushes in here? No. What about over here? No. No. This is the unfortunate side of things. Sometimes you can't really detail these areas as much as I would like to. Okay. How are we doing here? Groundworks. Okay, we need more excavators. I think my excavators... Yeah, we've got room for 2 more excavators. Let's get those. Because I moved all of the dump trucks into here, or not dump trucks, but the bulldozers over here, because I want the bulldozers moved by the truck rather than by any other means. Oh. So, yeah, you are assigned to that. Yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff to build. So just keep working on it. Keep getting there. Yeah, I think it was a combination of a few things, White Rabbit. Number one, exactly what you said. They come in with a high, like, I think they come in with like a 55 to 60% loyalty. And then on top of that, we had like enough monuments and stuff like that around that they were maintaining their loyalty. And then I immediately set all of the schools and stuff like that to the teachers being 50% loyal or higher, and or 50% loyalty. And so we were teaching the kids to stay loyal. I think it was a combination of that, and we're gonna try that technique in this city as well, and hopefully it will work. That would be very nice. Oh. You are ready. The fire station is ready for people. And the courthouse is ready, but I don't really care about the courthouse yet. The hospital does need to be built. We got some time yet because it needs more groundwork done first. Another thing, the outdoor pool seems really good on this map. Ooh. You know what else is really good? The beach. I bet you this beach is like amazing. This has got 4 stars and it has a minimum requirement of weather above 20 degrees Celsius. Outdoor swimming pool. Oh, it's not that expensive. I can put the swimming pool right here and they can swim right in the pollution. Or we could put it down here, but then it's not quite in walking range of everybody. It's not even in walking range of anybody. So yeah, they can come up here and swim in the pollution. Okay. Why not? Yeah, the outdoor swimming pool. That'd be good. The other thing, I bet that whatchamacallit is gonna be really good. The beach is gonna be awesome, I bet. That one will be really good. Alright. What can we do here? Fences. Asphalt. Decorative pavement. Okay. Remove decorative pavement. Okay. What is... Oh man. Oh, that's cool. Oh, those ones flash. Remove Christmas lights. Oh, those are neat. They're kind of fun. Yeah, the outdoor pool is probably going to do really well, as will all of these like all of the other things. Okay, steel framing is next over here. So you are ready. You are on laying bricks. I'm gonna let the other buildings finish before we start sending people there. But yeah, I think you are 100% correct, and we should probably use this technique for at least until we have our own people. We should use this technique of yours to be concentrated on where we're sending the workers. Speaking of the workers, we have almost burned through all of our trash, so let's go. Go. Get the fleet back out there. What's the price now? The price is 408. You use the priority system to set where the vehicles drop the resources off first. For sure. I do that as well. That other fire station is almost done. I wonder if I should make the fire station. Where's the other one over here? It's right there. I should probably make that high priority. It is high priority. Okay. It needs people. As everything does. The beginning is always rough, man. It's January 1935 and I still don't have my people. I thought I was gonna have people a lot sooner than this. But this is taking a long time. I think it's partly because of the distance that we're having to drive and the fact that I don't have like my massive construction yards that I normally have. I normally have like way too much construction, but I don't know, maybe I need to change that a little bit and just go for broke. Yeah, 730 ruples now per truck is a beautiful sight. We've done 16 tons so far. And okay. Yeah, and then here comes. Just go around them. You've got workers. Oh my gosh. Right. I guess I didn't put much of a lead into that dump site, which I'm really not happy with this situation, okay? Because to me, the garbage transfer meant like it would transfer garbage into the storage unit. But what it does instead is it does not transfer anybody. It doesn't transfer into here until this storage is full. Once this storage is full, it only transfers when you're trying to load more stuff into here. I don't like that. That's not what this was intended for. The intention was you dump here and then it automatically transfers into here, which then automatically moves it into here to burn, but that's not how it works. So that's not good. Transfer is useful and it's the only quick way to load or unload trash. So, not entirely true, but mostly true. It is very fast to offload these trucks. Like this guy, he's gonna offload extremely fast. Okay. What is actually faster loading, like, because you see, like, here's our ash, right? The ash comes in here. This is faster loading if they load directly from the claw machine as opposed to loading from here. Loading from here is slow in comparison. Because originally I had them, that was the idea. They would, you know, the ash would come from here into here, and then I would load the trucks in from here. That didn't work. It didn't work. I was really sad that didn't work, but that did not work. We've almost got those buildings built. What are we doing here? We're still working on groundworks there. So we got concrete to come eventually. I think it would be quicker if the transfer was directly connected. I've tried that too. So I tried before. I had the transfer where this guy is, and then this guy was where the transfer is, right? So the idea was that this guy would be feeding the transfer into here, that then would feed the incinerator, and that didn't work. So it turns out you can't go from, this is not an active transfer system, right? So it is only activated when a truck is here. And it is only active when the truck is actively unloading or loading. And so the only way for it to work is exactly like this, where you just feed it directly into it. It's horrible. I don't like that, because the whole idea behind this, the transfer thing, is that it's supposed to, in my opinion, take the trash directly that we're dumping here, throw it into there, that then throws it into here, that then throws the ash into there, that then throws the ash into here, and then we could load the ash quickly over here. It's not the way the game works, which is kind of unfortunate. We are positive money this month. We're positive 5,564 rupees. I love that. We got the bus station done. That's a good thing. Courthouse is ready for people when we are ready to send people there. We've got a couple people working on the fire station. We are almost done with the cinema. We'll be done with that soon. Groundwork is still in the works there. High priority on that. Get that done. The school has groundwork in the works. Medium priority on that is fine with me. Let's assign our construction crews to that. Fantastic. So yeah, progress continues to be made. You wouldn't use dumps at all. What do you mean? You can't, I mean, you can't get the trash here if you aren't doing it this way. Oh, God. I like that because I've got metal scrap and construction waste in here, that selling my waste here is actually a positive. Look at that, 575 ruples worth of trash there. Gotta love it, man. We're positive 9,000 this month. That's a beautiful number. Kremlin Tower only has 40 work days left. Cinema has 47 work days left. Transfer in incinerator, transfer out. Yeah, no, I've tried that. That's what I'm saying. I tried that. I had it set up originally. Let me show you what I had set up originally that didn't work in the last Republic. So I had it where it was like, there's your incinerator, and then I had a transfer right there, and then I had, you know, the claw machine like that. I had it set up like that before, and that doesn't work. This doesn't work. You can dump all the trash you want there, and this is not gonna pull trash out of that to throw into that. It doesn't work because I tried that. Yeah, no dump, you don't need it. Just use no claw machine. What do you mean? Well, if you have no claw machine, no anything, you wouldn't be able to store any trash at all. Like this method, it leaves trash available for them to burn. Like right now, we've got people wasting time. But this allows us to build up a buffer. Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying don't have you're saying don't have this storage, but then we would have to transfer in constantly. Yeah, it's got a decent storage, sure, but we burn through this. I've had this full like really quickly, and I burned through that trash like nobody's business when everything is operating fine. When I have constant workers here, I can burn through this entire 350 tons like nobody's business. So I like to have a buffer there so that I can have like a constant reason for the workers to be there. But I'm not really feeling great. It's about 9 p.m. now in my time, and for whatever reason, a lot of our regulars have not shown up to the stream. White Rabbit, I do greatly appreciate you being here, helping us out. That I think doing your trick with the like hyper focused building of buildings is really gonna be clutch for us. What is that? That is the hospital. That does need to get built, huh? Yeah, it has been fun. I'm gonna go rest, and let's find somebody to raid here real quick. There's not much in the way of credits to go, but we're gonna do those anyway, just for the tradition of them. So today's stream has been brought to you by you, the viewers. I appreciate everybody. Let's go ahead and raid somebody anyway, just for fun. This guy's got 1 viewer, so let's go raid him. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.